You're watching your own potential die in real time. And you want to know what's terrifying? One day you wake up and you'll realise you don't even feel like yourself anymore. Your body feels heavier, your mind feels noisier, your confidence feels weaker, and your life starts feeling smaller. And do you want to know what the worst part is? Nobody around you even notices, because you still go to work, you still smile, you still post online, and you still function. But internally you feel disconnected from your own life, and that quiet frustration, that's the part that's destroying you, because deep down, you know, this isn't the man that I was supposed to become. And that thought hits hard when you sat there alone, especially at night, especially when the distractions stop, because silence exposes everything. The excuses, the inconsistency, the habits, the wasted time, the standards that you slowly let collapse. And honestly, I think one of the most painful feelings in the world is being secretly disappointed in yourself for years, but still pretending like everything's okay. That's what so many people are doing, and I suspect that's what you've been doing. Functioning externally, but falling apart internally, and saying you're stressed. But half of the time, you're not stressed. You're grieving the version of yourself that you abandoned. Let me say that again, because that's what this really is. You know that you're capable of more, doing more, being more discipline, more money, more life, more energy, more purpose. But your current habits don't match that future at all. And that disconnect creates suffering. And then you start coping instead of confronting, scrolling, comfort eating, porn, alcohol, weed, Netflix, constant dopamine. Anything except sitting with yourself long enough to admit that you're becoming someone that you don't even respect. And that truth hurts. And it should, because people don't just ruin their lives dramatically. They/you drift there quietly. One ignored workout at a time, one broken promise at a time, one wasted evening when you could have been doing income generating activities at a time. That's why your body matters so much, because your body tells the truth about yourself and your habits before your mouth does. Low energy, inflammation, no sharpness, no presence, no discipline. That's not just aging, that's self-neglect. And your mind feels it too. So do you want to know where that feeling where your brain never fully switches off anymore, that constant noise, that pressure in your chest, that low-level anxiety sitting there in the background all day, that's what happens when your nervous system no longer trusts the way that you're living. Because your mind knows when your actions are weak, and you can lie to everybody else, but you can't lie to yourself. Not properly, not believe it. And that's when your confidence disappears, when your discipline disappears. Then your money starts suffering too, because when your body's weak, your mind's chaotic, and your nervous system's overloaded, your decisions become emotional, so you procrastinate, avoid opportunities, and play small. And then wonder why you feel stagnant. Because everything leaks into everything. Body, mind, money. That's alignment. And right now, your life's probably completely out of alignment. And you know it too. That's why this video feels so personal, and honestly, I've been there myself. There were points in my life where I was addicted, broke, mentally chaotic, emotionally lost, and disconnected from myself completely. But looking back now, the scariest part wasn't even the drugs. It was the drifting, the slow normalisation of a life that I hated, the slow acceptance of the standards. That's what really destroys people, not one catastrophic event, but tolerance. You end up tolerating bad habits, weak routines, poor environments, excuses for too long. And eventually you wake up trapped inside of a life that you barely recognise. And that's why this message matters to me so much. Because your future's not built through motivation, it's built through repeated standards. The gym matters because it builds self-discipline. Discipline matters because it rebuilds self-trust. And structure matters because it calms the nervous system. And money matters because financial chaos poisons peace, and everything connects. And this is the brutal truth. You already know exactly what needs to change. You know the foods that keep ruining your energy. You know the habits that are killing your confidence. You know the routines that are destroying your momentum. And you know the environments that are making you feel smaller. You know all of this. But awareness without action turns into self-hatred, and that's why you feel so stuck. Not because you lack information, but because you keep on betraying yourself. And every betrayal weakens your identity. And that's why I push the alignment message so hard. Because when your body gets stronger, your mind gets calmer, your money gets cleaner, your standards get higher, and you stop feeling so lost and you start to feel alive again. present again, sharp again. And honestly, you deserve that experience of yourself before life passes you by, because one day all of this ends, and the thought of spending your entire life knowing you could have become more, that should terrify you. So stop waiting for rock bottom, stop waiting for another Monday, stop waiting until anxiety, burnout or regret forces you to change, and take control willingly. Train properly, think clearly, handle your finances, rebuild your body, your mind and your money before another year disappears. And if this video hit you in the chest, then good. That means the part of you is still alive, that's in there fighting for more, desperate for more. So don't keep ignoring it, because that voice will get quieter and you'll just fade away into averageness and being nothing. So I'll see you in the next video, but don't bother clicking on the next video if you're not going to go and do the alignment audit. It takes less than 10 minutes and it'll show you exactly where you're at across body, mind and money, and the steps you need to do to start moving forward again. Let's go.